The Trump administration will pay migrants to leave the U.S. Mike Pence had some tough words for his former boss. And celebrities strutted the red carpet at the Met Gala. That's some of what we'll get to on the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Tuesday, May 6th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1. The Trump administration is offering to pay $1,000 to migrants who self-deport. The Department of Homeland Security said yesterday that it's offering stipends to undocumented immigrants who return to their home countries. That's in addition to travel and other financial assistance. To get it, they must submit their intent to depart through an app. The agency said that the average cost for Immigration and Customs Enforcement to arrest, detain, and remove someone is around $17,000. So their argument is that the stipend offer would reduce costs. DHS official Tricia McLaughlin said on Fox News that migrants should trust the program.
There's documentation, and we're giving you our word that we will give you this money and that you can leave today. It's the safest way. You will not be arrested. You will not be detained, and we will give you that free flight.
President Donald Trump has vowed to deport at least 1 million people in the first year of his second term. But polling shows that Trump's actions appear to be pushing Americans in the opposite direction of his early agenda, including on immigration. According to a poll from YouGov and The Economist, since Trump took office, more Americans think immigration makes the U.S. better off. California Governor Gavin Newsom offered to partner with President Trump. That's number 2. Newsom is a prominent Democrat and a critic of the president. But this week, he sensed an opportunity. On Sunday, Trump called for a 100% tariff on movies that are produced overseas. It's unclear how such a tariff would work on a service rather than a physical good. But in any case, Newsom asked Trump yesterday to work together to create a federal film tax credit program. It would be worth at least $7.5 billion, and it's designed to boost domestic film production. If the proposal comes together, it would be the largest government tax initiative for the film industry in U.S. history. Newsom's office said the plan would make America film again. Number 3. Israel plans to seize parts of Gaza and stay indefinitely. Yesterday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described plans for intensified operations in Gaza. They involve a mass relocation of the Palestinian population and indefinite Israeli military control of large parts of the enclave. The plan reveals a new direction and strategy for Israel, more than a year and a half into its brutal assault on the Gaza Strip. And it raises the question of whether Israel is inching toward a long-term occupation. That's been a demand of Netanyahu's far-right political allies. The plan was condemned by the Hostage Families Forum in Israel. That group represents the majority of the relatives of those held by Hamas in Gaza. They believe the plan will endanger their loved ones. They accuse Netanyahu's government of choosing territory over hostages. Number 4. Former Vice President Mike Pence criticized Trump in a CNN interview. Tensions have been high between Trump and his former number 2 since Pence refused to play a role in the attempt to overturn Joe Biden's 2020 election victory. In an interview with CNN last night, Pence said he remains supportive of the president's first-term policies, but the same can't be said of his second term. Pence criticized Trump's approach to Ukraine, his broad-based tariffs, and his threat to use military force to take control of Greenland. And he said he was disappointed in the president's move to pardon the January 6th rioters.
I will tell you, I was deeply disappointed to see President Trump pardon people that engaged in violence against law enforcement officers on that day. The president has every right under the Constitution to grant pardons, but in that moment I thought it sent the wrong message.
Still, Pence painted his past relationship with Trump in a positive light. He said the pair never had a crossword between them until what he called those fateful days at the end. Texas lawmakers are moving to increase control of state universities. That's our fifth story. A bill has been passed by the Texas Senate and is being considered by a House committee today. It would give the state power to screen faculty, programs, and courses at 126 public universities. The bill's supporters say it will end ideological bias, but its opponents say it would amount to a complete takeover of one of the country's largest public university systems. They warn it would damage the institution's reputations and lead to a brain drain of faculty. If the House passes the bill, it's expected to be signed by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Whatever happens, the outcome could reverberate for higher education nationwide. Number 6. Meta's new artificial intelligence app gets very personal. The Post's tech columnist Jeffrey Fowler has been trying out the new AI app from Meta, which launched last week, and he got a little bit creeped out. The app offers a more personalized AI with tailored answers and advice, and it does indeed seem to already know everything about you. It's able to draw on years of personal information tracked by its sister apps, Instagram and Facebook. Our columnist also found that the app built a memory file from sensitive conversations. The app by default kept a copy of everything he said. That raises some very real privacy concerns. You can find his 5 warnings about using the app at the link in our newsletter today. Find a link to that in our show notes. And at number 7, celebrities showed off fine tailoring and black menswear at the Met Gala. The theme of last night's gala was super fine, tailoring black style. It was celebrating the Metropolitan Museum of Art's upcoming exhibition exploring the history of black dandyism. If you're unfamiliar with the dandy, it's someone who dresses elegantly and fashionably and uses style as a negotiation of identity. Coleman Domingo was one of the co-chairs of the gala. He explained the importance of the theme to our reporter Ali Karen on the red carpet.
I stand here because so many other men stood for me. And so, especially in this culture and in this world, where you can redefine yourself and remake your image and say, this is who I am. And I don't have to be the image of what anyone else thinks, but I can be myself in all dignity, regalness, flyness, sexiness, all that stuff.
Overall, it was an evening of grounded, sophisticated, and downright gorgeous fashion. You can see all the best looks in our newsletter today. And you can learn more about the history of the black dandy. It might just inspire you to dress a little sharper this morning. All right, you're all caught up. But before we go, I want to congratulate my amazing colleagues for winning 2 Pulitzer Prizes yesterday. They were for breaking news reporting of the attempted assassination of Donald Trump and for editorial cartooning. The Post was also a finalist in 3 other categories. Those were for commentary, international reporting on Gaza, and for national reporting on the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Make sure you head to our site today to check out the Post's winners and finalists. And don't forget, it's your subscriptions that fund this kind of critical reporting. So if you don't already, make sure to subscribe at washingtonpost.com/subscribe. It's that easy to become a patron of Pulitzer-winning work. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.
My name is Cleve Wootson. I'm a White House reporter for The Washington Post. In addition to generally breaking news about whatever the president and the administration are doing, I also write about the impact of policies and politics across the country. I think a lot of Washington reporting is based on the most powerful people, but the impacts of all of that stuff happens to people that grew up very similar to the way that I grew up. We grew up lower middle class, a lot of our lives, whether it be free lunch or public housing or whatever, was impacted by decisions that are made in Washington. So if people just have more insight into how all of this stuff is working, it's a good day for me. Subscribers support this work and the people behind it. Learn more at WashingtonPost.com/subscribe. I'm Cleve Wootson, and I'm one of the people behind the Post.